Okay, good morning all. Myself, Mr. Sandeep Sahane, coordinator of this webinar on Vedic mathematics. I welcome all the participants on this another field of mathematics on behalf of Department of Engineering Science, KJ College of Engineering and Management Research, Pune. First of all, I'd like to call upon co-convener of this webinar, Dr. P.N. Deshmukh, FE coordinator, Department of Engineering Science, KJ to welcome the participants and to introduce today's speaker in short. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sandeep sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Prajakta Deshmukh, FE coordinator, Department of Engineering Science, as well as co-convener of the webinar. On behalf of KJ College of Engineering and Management Research and Department of Engineering Science, I welcome you all to the webinar on Vedic mathematics. Ved. Ved is a Sanskrit word which means knowledge. As the name suggests, Vedic mathematics has originated from Vedas, that is fourth one Ved, Atharva Ved. Vedic mathematics is a collection of techniques to solve the mathematics, arithmetics in easy and faster way. It consists of 16 formulae and 13 sub-formulae, which can be used for problem involved in arithmetics, algebra, geometry, calculus, and many more. Vedic mathematics is a system of mathematics which was discovered by Indian mathematician Jagat Guru Shri Bharati Krishna Tirath Ji in the period between 1911 to 1918 and published his finding in Vedic mathematics book by Tirath Ji Maharaj. Sometimes solving problems are complex and time consuming, but using Vedic mathematics, general techniques and specific techniques, numerical calculation can be done very fast. And our aim is students acquire this technique appropriately in their studies. Once again, I welcome you all to the webinar on Vedic mathematics. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Professor Anjali Pense ma'am. She has completed her graduation in mathematics from Modern College and secured first rank in University of Pune. Also successfully completed her post-graduation and MPhil from University of Pune. She got number of fellowship and scholarship during her academic career. She started her professional career in teaching field from 1996. From 1996 to 2016, she worked as an assistant professor at Sinhagad campus. She conducted number of workshops and seminars and number of research papers on her account. She is the author of Engineering Mathematics 1 and Mathematics 2 books. In 2016, she started her Mathematics Academy, Jidnyasa. Lots of guest lecture given on Vedic mathematics, discrete mathematics, advanced calculus, and many more. Apart from this, she is a poet, writer, director of many Marathi one-act plays, and also writer, producer, actress of Marathi Nritya Natika, Krishnaved. Wonderful, ma'am. Not taking much more time, I request today's speaker, multi-talented speaker, ma'am, to start the webinar. Thank you.
A very good morning to all. So, first of all, I want to thank Kalyan Jadhav sir, Honorable President KJ Education Trust, Dr. Suhas Khote, Principal KJ College of Engineering, Dr. Prajakta Deshmukh, FE Coordinator KJ College of Engineering, and Dr. Santosh Patil, Dean Academics KJ College of Engineering, for giving this opportunity to me. Dear friends, what is the main use of Vedic maths in today's scenario? Whenever I'm going through my career of teaching, I saw many students who are scared of maths. They are having a fear in their mind about the digits, about the numbers, about overall maths. And as a mathematician, I feel this very bad because I don't want someone to hate maths. Then comes in my mind what to do for such thing. And for that purpose only, I have started giving lectures on Vedic maths. Friends, we don't call it as Vedic maths actually because many controversies are there about that word. So instead of saying Vedic maths, better we call it as an ancient Indian mathematics. So today we will just have some glimpses of the techniques to make the calculation easy. Nowadays, what is the main use of this Vedic mathematics? I can explain three such uses to you. Mainly, first one is for the students who are giving or they are aiming to give the quantitative exams. You know the structure of that exam, that in a less span of time, you have to calculate and solve many number of problems without using calculator. And for that, again, you have to do the calculation orally or manually only. So for that purpose, this is the best ever technique we can use. Secondly, it is good for the parents also, so that whenever your kid started learning in either third, fourth, or fifth standard only, you can give them some simple examples of such techniques so that they don't have the fear in their mind about the digits, numbers, calculation, and so on. And they can build a good relationship between maths and them. So that is the motive. So instead of wasting more time, we will directly go to the session. Now, this is the Vedic mathematics is the huge ocean of knowledge. So we cannot cover all the topics, all the techniques. So just I'm giving few glimpses to you. And if you feel they are interested, we can continue with the sessions on each topic separately. Okay, so today we will start with the first basic part, multiplication, that we have done already in school. But now we will do the multiplication of some larger numbers using the Vedic mathematics technique. Now there is one sutra, I will just tell you that. Afterwards, at the end of the lecture, you will all get the study material of this or PPT of these techniques, whatever we are learning. So, prapya ishta dasha dharaka ऋणांका धारयति शीर्षचिह्नः वामे कर्णयोग दक्षिणे ऊर्ध्वगुणितम दक्षिणधारका समे स्थिर. I know you may not understand this. I make it more simple. Now just for an example, let's take the multiplication of two numbers. Simple numbers we can take. 1009. So now we will multiply these two numbers without using calculus and our conventional technique of multiplication. For that, what is the first step? What you have to do is choose a base which is base of 10, which is nearer to both of these numbers. Now you may have the question that if both the numbers are far away from that, then if the base is not nearer to 10 raised to something, what to do? So that are the different types of it. But today we are doing only two basic types. So first of all, the numbers which are nearer to the base of 10 or 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 4 or 10 raised to n we are choosing. So this multiplication we have to do. So first step is choose a base of 10 which is nearer to these numbers. So base will be what? All of we know that the base will be 1000, which is nearer to both of these. The base will be 1000, 10 raised to 3. Now what the second step is? First we have chosen the base. Second step is subtract this base from each of this number. For that, since it is the first problem, we have taken the smaller number, so you can directly do the subtraction. So 1012 minus 1000, this we can easily do, and we write it here to the right hand side. So 1012 minus 1000, we get it as 12. 1009 minus 1000, we get it as 9. Now, since both of these numbers are greater than 1000, we are not getting a negative number. But if you are getting a negative number, Rudanka Dhairayati Shirsha Chinnaha means we have to give bar on it to represent a negative number. That we will see in the next example. So this is our first structure. These are the two numbers which we want to multiply. First, we have chosen the base 1000, which is nearer to both of them. Then we have subtracted 1000 from these two numbers to get our right hand side. Now, what the next step is? So our third step now. Third step is Vame means to the left, you have to write the Karna Yoga. Karna Yoga means addition of diagonal. Either this diagonal or this diagonal. Both will give you same result. So either 1012 plus 9 you have to do, or 1009 plus 12 you have to do. So what is the answer we are getting? So we have to do the addition of these diagonal elements. So you will get the answer as 1021. I think this much everyone can do orally. Okay, so either this plus this or this plus this. So Vame Karna Yoga, Dakshine Urdhva Gunitam. Dakshine means to the right hand side, we have to do Urdhva Gunitam. Now, what do you mean by Urdhva Gunitam? Multiplication of the two. But before that, what we have to do, that after this number, we have to attach the same number of zeros as they are in the base. So in the base now, there are 3 zeros. So after this, just attach 3 zeros. Dakshina Dharaka Shunya Samestiva. So here we have add that. And now Urdhva Gunitam. So you have to do the multiplication of this. And I think now this much multiplication everyone can do. If not, again for this, we can use the same method. So 12 into 9, what you are getting is 108. Now since the multiplication, both the numbers are positive, multiplication will also be positive. So what we have to do is, we have to add two numbers. We have to add two numbers. So what the result we are getting? 1021, 108. So this will be the multiplication of 1012 and 1009. You can check the answer with your calculator. So this is the method. Just go through it again. What is the first step? Given the two numbers, choose a appropriate base of power of 10. So we have chosen it as 1000. Second step, subtract the base from each of the number to get your right hand side. So 1012 minus 1000 is 12. 1009 minus 1000 will be 9. So this is our basic structure, left hand side, right hand side. Then what we have to do is Karna Yoga. Means we have to add the diagonal elements, either this plus this or this plus this. So the result is 1021. To this number, we have to attach the number of 0. How many zeros? The same number as that of in your given base. So it will be 0, 0, 0. 3 zeros are there. So 3 zeros we have to attach. The next step will be Urdhva Gunitam. So we have to do the multiplication. 12 into 9, so 108. So this we have to add to this number to get your final answer as 1021,108. So this is the first example. Now you may have the question in mind. This is for the greater than base. What will happen if you have the numbers which are less than base? Okay, so we will go to the next example. Just complete this problem first. Check with the calculator whether the answer is correct or not. See, this way now you can see that we can multiply 5-digit number by 7-digit number, 5-digit number, 9-digit number into 9-digit number, anything we can do. Only the thing is that today itself you cannot do that. Some practice is required. Once the method is in your mind, yes, you can do any number of problems in a less span of time. Only practice is important to understand and digest the method. Okay, so this is the first example we have taken. Now, we will go to the next example. Or I may take it as or if I want 87 also we can, so no problem, anything. So some bigger number we might take, so it will be better for you to understand the concept. Okay, so 99989 into 99987. I have told you before only. Now today we are choosing the numbers which are nearer to the base of 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 and so on. If not, what to do, we will see later. So what will be the base now? Both of these numbers are nearer to base. Yes, 10 to the power 5, that is 1 lakh. Is it clear? So first step is Prapya Ishta Dashadharakat. We have to choose a base which is a power of 10. So we have chosen the base 10 to the power 5. Now subtract base from each of the number. Subtract base from each of the number. Now what you have to do? Yes, subtract the base. So now you can realize that this minus 1 lakh, the answer will be negative. So whenever you are getting the negative answer, you have to write bar on it. You have to write bar on it. So we have to 1 lakh minus 99989 will be minus 11. So runanka dharayati shirchachinnaha. So we write bar on it. Again 99987 minus 10 raised to 5, that is 1 lakh. So what we are getting is, it is negative minus 13, or we write it as 13 bar. We write it as 13 bar. So we are getting our two sides, left hand side, right hand side. Now we will come to the calculation part. So what will be the next step? Two steps we have done. Choose the base, then subtract the base from each of the number to get the right hand side. Then next step is Karna Yoga. So you have to add diagonal element. But now remember here 99989 plus minus 13. So actually what we have to do is the subtraction. Okay. So 99989 plus minus 13 or 99987 plus minus 11. Both will give you the same answer. So what will be the answer? Please write that here. 999. Yes, what you are getting? 76. 89 minus 13 or 87 minus 11. Both will give you the same answer. So this will be the our third step. What will be the fourth step? Attach of zeros. So zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros you have to attach. And now what to do? Urdhva Gunitam. So multiply these two numbers. I think this you can do orally. If not, again for 11 and 13, choose the base and do the multiplication. But I think we know this answer directly, 11 into 13. So today we will assume it that we can do this much, and then we will write down the answer. So what 11 into 13 is 143. So we have to now see here, minus, both the numbers are negative, but the product of two negative numbers will be positive. So here also we have to add it. So plus, and what is it? It is 143. So what will be your answer? 99976000143. So this will be the answer. Now again, just go through the problem. First of all, choose a base which is nearer to both of the numbers. So here we have chosen the base as 1 lakh or 10 raised to 5. Second step, subtract the base from each of this number. If you are getting a negative number, write bar on it. Now here both the numbers we are getting are negative. 89, so we are getting minus 11, and for 87 we are getting minus 13. So we have to write bar on it. Next, so this is our structure is ready. Now actually do the part. So we have to do Karna Yoga. So we have to add any one of the diagonal elements. So this plus this or this plus this. But here, while doing the addition, we know that this number is minus. So whenever you do the addition, actually you will get a subtraction. So 99989 minus 13 or 99987 minus 11 gives rise to the answer 99976. Okay, so this will be the step. Fourth step. What will be the fourth step? You have to attach the number of zeros. How many zeros that are in your base? So here 5 zeros are there. So we have to attach 5 zeros. Now fifth step. Do the Urdhva Gunitam, multiplication of these two numbers. If you cannot do this orally, again apply the same method and do the problem. So 11 into 13. So answer will be 143. Now both the numbers are negative, so their product will be positive. So we have to add it here. Once you add it, you will get 99976000143. So you can check the answer with the calculator also. So this is very easy, that big numbers also we can easily multiply. Only now here the disadvantage of this type is that both the numbers should be nearer to the base. In the next type, you can overcome that also. But because of the less time span, we cannot cover all the methods. Okay. So if you see the first example we have taken, in which both the numbers are greater than the base. This is the example where we have considered where both the numbers are less than the base. Now we will do a mixed type where one number is greater than the base and the other number is less than the base. So 10015 into 9988. So one number will be less than the base and another number will be greater than the base. Now again the procedure will be the same. That Prapya Ishtadasha Dharaka. Choose a base which is nearer to both of this. So what will be the base here? It is 10 to the power 4. 4 zeros on one. So it is 10 raised to 4 or it is 10,000. Now procedure next step will be also the same, that you have to subtract this base from each of this. So it is 10,000. So subtract 10,000 from 10015. So what you will get will be a positive number. So you will get 15 here. And now 9988 minus 10,000. Here the subtraction will be negative. So we have to write bar on it. So this will be bar on it. We have to write. Okay. So this is our basic structure again. See the first step. Again, we have chosen the base nearer to both the numbers, then subtracted the base from both the numbers. If you are getting a negative number, write a bar on it. Now we will do the calculation. What we have to do? So here we have to write down the diagonal addition. Now what is the addition? You can see 10015 plus minus 12. Means actually it will be the subtraction, or 9988 plus 15. So you can see that both will give rise to the same answer, and what that answer will be 100, 15 minus 12, so it will be 03. Or you can realize that if you do 9988 plus 15, then also you will come to the same answer. So please remember this. It is 10003. So Karna Yoga. This plus this or this plus this, both you will give you the same answer. Now you have to attach the number of zeros. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 zeros we have to attach to the answer that we are getting by adding the diagonals. Now, what will be the next step? Urdhva Gunitam. So now again we have to do this multiplication. But now here, have you realized that one number is positive, another number is negative? So product of such number will be negative. One number is positive, other number is negative. So product will be negative. So we have to subtract now their product actually from this number. So what will be their product now? 15 into 12. We can easily do that. 12 5s are 60, carry 6. So it will be 180. I think this much everyone can do. And now, please remember, last time in the last two example, product is coming always as a positive of this Urdhva Gunitam. So we are adding it to this answer. But now the product is coming negative, so we have to subtract it from this. So now, whenever you are doing the subtraction, that will be the answer. So this is 2 carry 1. So this will be 8 carry 1, 9 carry 1. So 2. So it will be 0, 0, 0, 1. So this will be the answer. Again, I will explain the method. So we have chosen the two numbers where they are the mix. That one is greater than this, another is less than this. Procedure will exactly the same. That first choose the base. Second step, subtract the base from each of the number. Okay. Then if you are getting a negative number, write bar on it. So this is the second step. So we get a structure. Then third step, Karna Yoga. You have to add this plus this or this plus this. Both will give you the same answer, which we are getting as 10003. Then attach the number of zeros. So 0000. Okay. And after that, what we are getting is multiply these two numbers. Multiply these two numbers. And since the product is negative, we will subtract it. So do the subtraction. So this will be the procedure. So if you see all these examples, these are the multiplication numbers which are nearer to a base of 10, some base of 10. So 10 or 1000 or 100. But every time this will not happen. So can we change the base? That is the next sutra called as Anurupyena. So just one example of that. There are many methods. We are just taking one or two methods today. But please remember, these methods will give you best result if you do the practice of it. Okay. After doing the practice only, you can solve the problems in a glance or in very short time. But for that, practice is very important of doing such problems again and again or frequently. Now we will go to the problem where the base is not. So 495, just an example we are taking, into 484. 495 into 484. Now what is the first observation? The first observation is that both the numbers are not nearer to some base of 10. That they are not nearer to 100, they are not nearer to 1000 also. But if you see carefully, they are nearer to a number which is the multiplication of base of 10, that is 500. Yes, both these numbers are nearer to 500, which we can write it as 5 into 100. So we have a multiplication. with a base of 10. So Anurupena, choose a appropriate base. Choose a appropriate base. So next procedure will be the same. Structure part will be the same. What we have to do is 495 minus the base. 495 minus 500. So what you will get is again, you will get it as 5 negative minus 5. So we write it as 5 bar, and 484 minus 500. So you will get minus 16. So we write minus 16. So this is our basic structure. Now the next step is also the same. We have to do Karna Yoga. We have to add the two diagonal elements. So 495 plus minus 16, or 484 plus minus 5. So both way, any way you can do, you will get the same answer. So what the answer you will get? We will do this because it is easy, definitely. So 479, because actually it is 484 plus minus 5. So we have to do the subtraction. At the same time, if you subtract 16 from 495, because this addition 495 plus minus 16, so this also gives you the same answer. So we have done the Karna Yoga here. Now what the next step we have done in the last three problems, we are directly attaching the number of zero. That we cannot do here because we have not chosen the base as 100, but it is 500, which is 5 into 100. So what we have to do is now multiply this number by 5. Multiply the number obtained by doing the Karna Yoga, diagonal addition, by your multiplication factor. What is the multiplication factor? 100 is our normal base into 5. So you have to multiply it with 5. So now if you multiply, I think this much everyone can do. So 5 9s are 45, carry 4, 5 7s are 35 plus 4, so 39, 5 4s are 20 plus 3, that is, so this will be the answer. Just go through it or do it of your own. Just check it. Yes, have you done it? So I will write it here instead of here. So this will be here only we will write it. So 2395. 2395. After that, you have to attach again the number of zeros. So what will be the number of zeros? 0 0. 239500. Plus urdhva plus urdhva that you have to do it. So it is 16 into 5. So it will be 80. So this will be 239580. So just go through it and check whether you are getting the same number or not. Okay, so this is the example. Now same way we can proceed. Now here you can realize that all the numbers we have taken which are nearer to the base. But if one number is 3 digit, other number is 7 digit, can we do it? Yes. We can change the numbers appropriately and do it. If all the numbers are with 9, all the numbers are with 1, then also the techniques are there. But that are plenty of techniques. We cannot cover all of them. So this is just a simple examples I have given regarding the multiplication. Okay. Now we will move to the next part of it, that is square of a number, which is very necessary, or we required it in many of the quantitative exams that we required a square fast. And if you remember in school, we have a habit to mug the squares up to 30. After that, once the calci enters in the student's life, he forget, or he or she forget to use their brain. So please, my humble request is don't use calculators to do the calculation. Try to do the calculation manually, orally, so that gives some job to your brain. Your brain has a huge capacity. It can do anything. So please give it a chance to work. Okay, so this is the multiplication. Now we will move further to square. Now for square, there are some simple techniques of doing the square, so that we will learn today. So square. Now first we will see how to get a square where all the numbers are 1. But that we can proceed up to 9 only, because we know that at 9, our number of digits will get end. So suppose we have a square of 111. How to do it? Easily, just write down it. How many ones are there? So I will write it properly, 111. So how to write down the square of 111? How many ones are there? 3 ones are there. So from 1, start, then 1, after that 2, after that 3. Now 3 arrives, because this is the number of ones. Once you get 3, come back again. So 1 less, 1 less. That's it. So this will be our answer. So just count the number, go up to that and return back up to 1. This is the procedure. So now suppose you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 square. What it will be? Count the number of ones. How many ones are there? 5. So from 1 start and go up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again return back to 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And those who remember, this is the best example of a palindrome. It is a palindrome, no? It reads the same forward and backward. So it is called as a palindrome. So this is the best example. Same way, if you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7 times the square, then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This you can do, provided you are equal 9. For greater than 9, the formula changes. But we will not go in that much detail. This much knowledge is sufficient for us to do the calculation. So this is the easiest technique you have, that the square of a number where all the digits are 1. Okay, so this is the first bit. Now the second part of it, that we will learn how to get a square of number that ends with 5. Means at the unit place, if you have a 5, it is any digit number, but if at the end you have 5, how to do the multiplication? Okay, so let's go for it. So for a number, only the unit place is 5. Now, whatever the remaining digits we have, I think whole of this number, may I call it as say P or A? Whole, whatever the remaining, if it is a 3-digit number, remaining 2 digits will be our A. If this is a 5-digit number, remaining 4 digits will be our A. Now, what will be this square? Then the procedure is, first you have to write down 5 square, which is 25. And here you have to write down the product of 2 numbers. Which 2 numbers? The number A and A plus 1. So it is A into A plus 1. This product you have to write down here. So this is the procedure. For example, suppose we have 45 square. So how to do that? It will be 5 square will be 25. And now here A will be 4. So 4 into A plus 1 will be 5. that you have to do it here. So 4 into 5 will be 20. So 20, 25. That will be the answer. So just you have to remember a into a plus 1, product of a number and its next number. So now we can move to the next example. Suppose we have 10045 square. Can we do that? Yes, can we do that? So what the procedure says, yes, it will be. Is it a big number? But we can do it. You know the multiplication technique now. So just first you have to do 5 square here. The remaining whole number will be your A. So what we have to do is a product, you have to write it here of 1004, that is A into A plus 1. What is A plus 1? 1005. And just now we have learned the method to do the product. So now please do the product of these two terms and write down the answer here. Simultaneously, we will do it here. So 1004 plus 1005. Again, so all of you know now what is the base. Base will be 1000. Subtract 1000 from each of this. So you will get 4 and you will get 5 here. Once you have the practice, no need to write down also. You can directly write down the answer. After that, again add the diagonals. This plus this or this plus this. So you will get 1. I will write 1 properly. So 1009 you will get. Then what to do? How many zeros are in the base? Base is our 1000. So 3 zeros. So you have to attach 3 zeros and then add the product. Urdhva Gunitam. So product is 20. So what you will get the number as 1009020. So this is our product. Attach 20 after that. So you will get the answer. So this is the product of these two numbers we are getting. Attach 25 after it. So what will be the answer? I will write it here. 10092025. So this will be your square of a number. Square of a number. Again, I will repeat the procedure. We are now finding out a square of a number which ends with 5. And what the procedure is, suppose you are having a into 5 whole square, then the procedure is a into a plus 1. This will be our preceding number and it connected by the number 25. We have seen for a 2-digit number. Now this is a large number whose square also we can write in a minute, within a minute. For that, what is the only procedure? 5 square we have to attach, and then to this what we have to attach? Product of 1004, that is your A, and A plus 1. A plus 1 will be 1005. So we have to do the product of 1004 into 1005. And for doing this product, again we can go for the multiplication method that we have learned today itself. That first choose the base which is nearer to both the numbers, which is 1000. So this minus base will be 4. This minus base will be 5. So now do the Karna Yoga, means you have to add the diagonal. So 1004 plus 5 or 1005 plus 4, it will give you 1009. Now, how many zeros are there in the base? We have considered the base as 1000. So 3 zeros. So attach 3 zeros plus Urdhva Gunitam. So 20. And since this product is positive, we will add it. So this will be the number that we are getting, 1009020. So this is a product. So we have to attach this before 25. So this will be. So this is a square of a number which ends with 25. And now I will tell you one more formula which gives you the answer to 3 different such types of problems. Now we will find out a square whose unit place is 7 or 8 or 9. So what we have at unit place, we will have either 7 or 8 or 9. And all remaining digits are 9999. Then how to do the square of that number, we will see. And for both all of these three, for all of these three, the technique will be, or the formula will be very similar. So first we will see for 7, similarly for 8, similarly for 9. So let's do that. So now we will learn the method where all the remaining digits are 9 and the unit place digit is either 7 or 8 or 9. So let's find out the square of 997. What the procedure is, now please see. All of you know 7 square. So we will write down not only one after the other, we will keep a space in between. So 7 square, we have written it as 49. Now what to do? Count the number of 9s. How many 9s are there? 2 9s. So same number of 9s you have to attach before 4. So 9, 9. Okay. Then after 4 and before 9, you have to attach the same number of zeros. So 0 and 0. That's it. This is the formula. I will repeat the formula. First, we write down the square of 7. 7 square is 49. So we will write down 49 here by keeping some space in between. Then count the number of 9s. Same number of 9s we have to attach before 4. And same number of zeros we have to attach after 4 before 9. And this will be your square of 997. Shall we proceed? Yes. 99997 square. Now you know the procedure. You can easily do that. So you have to just write what it will be now. I will do it here only. So what it will be? 7 squares will be 49. But we have to keep a space. How many spaces we have to keep? Count these spaces. 4 places. We have to keep in between 4 and 9. So now count the number of 9. So there are 4 9s. So same number of 9s you have to repeat here. 9999. And after 4 and before 9, the same number of zeros you have to write. So this will be a square. Again, number of 9s cannot be greater than 9. You know that. But this way, if you tell this to the students who are in a school also, they love doing the calculation and they can develop the interest in maths instead of having a fear in their mind. Okay. So we can easily tell such example. And this is not a big deal. They don't have to remember. Just they have to remember the square. That's it. So this is for 7. Now the same thing we can do for 8. Same thing. Only what will be the change? 7 square will get replaced by 8 square, which is 64. So now in the same thing, I can just take it as 9998 square. Can you tell me what will be the change? What will be the change? Instead of 49, now you have 8 square, that is 64. Remaining part will be the same. The remaining part will be exactly the same. So instead of this, now we take the other example. So you can have the idea. Suppose you have 99998 whole square. Or only this much we can take. So it will not be a big number to write, but you can do it up to 99. So no problem. Again, what is the procedure? First, we'll write down 8 square. So 64. Only between 6 and 4, keep 4 spaces vacant. So we can write down 0. Now, before 6, write down 4 times 9. And after 6 and before 4, write down the zeros. Again, same number of times. So this will be the answer. Okay. Same rule, again, same rule we can apply for 9. Same rule we can apply for 9. Only now can you realize what will be the change? If the unit place is 9, what will be the change? Yes, this 64 also you have to replace by 9 square, that is 81. So we will do that example. Now here, suppose we have 9999 square. So for this 9, what we have to do? Write 9 square, so it is 81. And count the remaining number of 9s, that is 3 9s are there. So write 3 9s before 8 and 3 zeros after 8. 3 zeros after 8. So this is the formula for a square of a number which ends with either 7 or 8 or 9, and all the remaining digits are 9. 9 plays a very important role in Vedic mathematics. Many formulas are associated if all the digits are 9. Many results are there. But we are just having a few glimpses of it. So this is a square. Now, this is the formula which is for unit place is 7 or 8 or 9. Now what will happen if the unit place is 5 and all remaining numbers are 9? So either we can use this formula or we can use the last formula that we have done, where the unit place is 5. Both will give you the same answer. So suppose we have 99995 square. So here all the other numbers are 9, only now here we have 5. So again what we have to do is 5 square will be 25, but we will not keep any space in between. This will be our last 2 digits of a square. And now what to do? Before that, you have to attach, count the number of 9. So 4 times 9, and immediately after that, the number of zeros. So 4 times zeros. And then our number 25. Then our number 25. So this will be the fun. We are using only 9 zeros and the square of that unit place number. But the formula is little different if your unit place is 5. So 5 square we have to write at the end. Count the number of 9s that are followed by immediately by number of zeros. Now you may ask, can we use the before formula we have learned? If the last digit is 5, we call this total number as A. Do you remember? Just now we have done this formula. This also gives you the same answer, because what we are doing, 5 square we are writing here, that is 25. And here what we are writing is A into A plus 1. Now 9999 into plus 1 will be what? It will get 10,000. So again you have to do the same thing. 9999 into 10,000 will be this. So both the ways you will get the same answer. So this is a technique where we are using directly the square of the unit place and the number of 9s and the number of zeros. For 2, 3, 4, 6, also there are formulas, but they are a little bit complicated, not directly same as what we have done just right now. They are not so simple. So today we will not include that result. So just remember, firstly we have done a square where all the numbers are 1. So you have to count down the number of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1. So again come back. Then we have seen a square of a number which ends with 5. So we have to do just 5 square, and the remaining number you have to write it as A into A plus 1. Then we have learned the method where we can do the square of a number that either ends with 7 or 8 or 9. Technique is same. Write 7 square 49 or 8 square 64 or 9 square 81, and in between you have to attach, previously you have to attach 9s, and in between you have to attach the number of zeros. that are given in the number. And now lastly, we have seen this formula. So 5 square, 25, count the number of nines and then count number of zeros. So these are the first methods with which we can get a square. And now we will go to a method of finding out a square of 2-digit number. There is a very nice formula for finding out a square of n number of digits. 15-digit number, 16-digit number, 50-digit number, but that are little bit complicated. So today we will not do that. We will just see how to get a square of a 2-digit number. So 2-digit number. So square of 2-digit number. Any number now. So for that, unit number we may call as B, number we may call it as A. So we have to do now AB square. And for that, we are using the simple formula that we are using in a school for, do you remember, we are using the formula A plus B square. From our school days, we are using the formula. Do you remember what is the formula? A plus B whole square. So it will be A square plus 2AB plus B square. Same formula we have to apply, only we are not writing out in this manner. So now, suppose we want to find out a square of a number. Suppose 47 square we want to do. Now what we are doing, we want to write it. We first write it in the form AB square. I think I will write it here. That will be better. So just I will rub it. Only you have to remember the formula. I will write down the formula again. So the base of this method is A plus B square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Now suppose our job is to find out, first example we have taken where we have to find 47 square. Prerequisite for this, that you should know a square of a single digit number. I think that everyone should know. What is 1 square, 2 square, up to 9 square. Okay. Now, how we'll write, I will tell you, AB square. So we just write A square. We write 2AB here and we write B square here. So here I will change now 47 square. So your A will be 4 and B will be 7. So what you have to write here, I will tell you, 4 square. Then here 2 into 4 into 7, 2AB, 2 into 4 into 7, and here we have to write 7 square, correct? Now write it, what is 4 square? 60. 2 into 4 into 7, 56. And 7 square will be 49. Now just start writing down the number. First, we will write down 9 as it is. This will be the carry to this. Okay. If possible, I will write this number here. Little bit. So I can write down the carry here. So 4 carry. So if carry, you have to add it. So what you will get is 60. So again, write 0 here. And 6 will be again carry. That you have to attach to 16. So directly we will write the number as 22. So your answer will be 2209. But once you have the practice, directly you can do that. 7 square, 49. So write 9. 4 will be carry. 7 into 4, 28 into 2, 56 plus 4, 60. So write 0. 6 will be carry. 4 square, 16 plus 6, 22. So answer is 2209. Okay. We will take the other problem and then I will again explain you the method. Just complete this. Okay, I will again explain you the method. AB square. a square, 2ab, b square. This way we will write. So 47 square. So 4 square, 2 into 4 into 7 and 7 square. Write down the numbers. 7 square is 49. 2 into 4 into 7 will be 56. And 4 square will be 60. Now what to do is 49. So we will write 9. 4 will be carry. Then 56 plus 4 will be 60. 6 will be carry. 16 plus 6 will be 22. So this will be the square of 47. Now we can have some more example this time. Suppose you have 63 square. Use the same technique and try to do the problem now. Please do that. First, what we have to do, A will be 6 and B will be 3. Please do. Please follow the procedure. Please follow the procedure. A square, so 6 square, I will write it first. Once you have the practice, you can omit these steps. Then here 2 into 6 into 3, correct? 2 into 6 into 3, and then b square, that is 3 square. A square, 2ab, b square. Now we will write down the numbers. A square will be, 3 square will be 9. 2 into 6, 12 into 3 will be 36. Then 3 square will be again, 6 square will be again 36. Is this step is clear? Okay. Now what we have to do is, first of all, 9 as it is, no carry. So directly come to this number, which is 36. So unit place we have to write here. 3 will be the carry. And it will get added to 36. So 36 plus 3. So 3969. 3969. Now just I will tell you, instead of writing this all, how to do it manually or orally. So again, just come to this problem. Method is in front of you, but we will not write all the steps. See here, 63 square. Huh? So now consider the unit place, do the square of it. So 3 square, 9. So directly write 9 here. No carry. Then 2a, multiply the number 6 into 3, 18. 18 into 2, 2ab, 18 into 2. So 18 into 2 will be 36. 36. So we have to write 6 here. 3 will be the carry. 3 will be the carry. Then 6 square. 6 square is 36 plus this carry 3. 36 plus 3 gives you the answer 39. So this will be the procedure. Is it okay? One or two more examples we will see of same type. Now you can realize that. Okay. We will do the next example. 79 square. Same thing you have to do. First of all, 7 square, then 2 into 7 into 9, and here 9 square. So what is this? 7 square is 49. Then this will be what? All of you know that 9 into 7 will be 63 into 2 we have to do. So what it will be? 126. Okay. Just do the calculation. Any way you can do. 2 into 7, 14, 9s are 126, or 9 into 7 is 63 into 2, 126, and then 81 square, 9 square, which will be 81. So what to do now? 81, I have to write it. So I will write 81, I may write here because I don't want to do any calculation part. So 8 as it is, 8 will be carried to this number. So add 8 to this number. What you will get is 134. Every time you have to write down only unit place. All remaining part will be a carry. So this will be what now? So this will be whole of this part. So 4 we will write it here, and this part will be carried to this number. So plus 13. And then the addition you have to write here. So 9 plus 3, 12, and 4 plus 2, 6. So this will be the answer. 6241. 6241. Just go through it and check it whether you are getting the same. We can do by this technique also. I will tell you the method instead of this lengthy part. So 79. Only you have to visualize it and do the. But after some practice, you can directly do like this. So 9 square will be 81. So 8 will be the carry. We will write down the carry. So we will not forget that. 9 square will be 81. 8 will be the carry. 9 into 7, 63. Into 2, 126. Plus 8, so 134. So again, 13 will be the carry. We will write down 4 here. And this 13 plus 7 square, that is 49. So you have to just get it as 6241. So either do like this, but if you want to save the time, directly try to write down the answer. But this is possible only when you do the proper practice of doing the sums. Now, using the same technique, is this technique is clear? Only we are using the formula a plus b whole square. Now, on the same way, we can do the cube of a 2-digit number using the similar formula. We just have a 1 or 2 problems of that kind, and then we will stop with the session. So please remember this. Now, cube is little bit difficult, means like more calculation is there. Once you have the practice, the things will be easy. But remember, again, I am telling the same thing, that you have to do the practice of solving the problems. Otherwise, and frequently do the problems so that you can remember the method well. Otherwise, if the more times is gone, then you cannot remember the method easily. Again, you have to revise the techniques and then you have to do the practice. So better keep in touch with all the methods so that you can remember them easily. So now third part, we just see how to get cube of a 2-digit number. Cube of a 2-digit number. So again, unit place number, we may call it as B. Tens place number, we may call it as A. Our job is to find out what is ABQ. Again, same technique we are using, that we are using the formula cube now. That's why I have told you difficult. Those who remember, it is very well for them. So do you remember what is the formula for A plus B whole cube? A plus B whole cube. Now, how to remember the factors? I think all of you have done that in school days, but whenever the result is required, it is a binomial result, a binomial theorem actually. How to get its coefficient, all of you remember it. I will just tell you that this can be easily obtained by using the Pascal's triangle. I just give you the example of it. So anything raised to 0 will be 1. So in the Pascal triangle, we will start with 1. Now, suppose we want a plus b raised to 1, means a and b. Then their coefficient will be given by 1 and 1. Then a plus b whole square. These are the coefficient. Then first we will write down 1. Then addition of these two, that is 2. And lastly, we will write down 1 again. So these are the coefficient. First we write highest power of a square. Then we reduce the power of a and increase the power of b. So this will be a square, ab, b square. So a square to ab, b square. This way we are doing. Now we required it for a plus b cube. So we will start with again 1. Then 1 plus 2, so 3. 2 plus 1, again 3. And we will again end with 1. This is called as Pascal triangle. And you can increase this triangle at n number of times and directly get the coefficients. These are known as binomial coefficients also. Just remember it. Now, this is the coefficient for a term a cube, for a square b, ab square, and b. So what is the formula for a plus b cube? It is 1 times a cube plus 3 times a square b plus 3 times ab square plus 1 times b cube. Okay, so what is the formula? So similarly, you can obtain a plus b raised to 4, a plus b raised to 5, and so on. So what is the formula now? A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. What we have done? See, degree of a will be 3 in the first term. Then reduce the degree of a in every term by 1. So in the n term, no term in a will be there. And increase the degree of b by 1 in every term. This way we should get it. So this is the formula that we want to use it now. Now, suppose we want just any number, you can take it, whatever in your mind. So we want, say, 42 cube. What it will be? 42 cube. Now, how to write down the terms that I will tell you. So it just consider this as, so this is again a b cube. So here a will be 4, b will be 2. Now, how to write down the terms, I will tell you. First, we will write down the, so a cube, a square b, ab square, and b cube. Firstly, we will just write down a cube, a square b, ab square, and b cube here. So this will be, now a is 4, so 4 cube, 4 square into b will be 2, then 4 into 2 square and 2 cube. I think this much. Again, cube of a single digit number everyone should know, then only you can proceed for such problems. Now, what is 2 cube? So it will be 8. No carry. Then here 2 square will be 4. 4 into 4, we will get 16. Then 4 square will be 16 into 2. So you will get it as 32. And 4 cube, you will get it as 4 into 6. A square b and ab square, but now we have to multiply that with 3. So in a, but now this is easy. Now instead of directly writing 3a square b, it will be easy to obtain a square b first and then multiply it by 3. So now multiply the middle part, only middle part by 3. So what you will get is 16 3s are 48, and then 32 into 6 will be 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So we have to now write down it properly. So 8 as it is, no carry. So 48. So again 8 as it is. Take 4 as a carry to this number. So 96 plus 4. So you will get it as 100. So just write down 0 and 10 will be the carry. And 64 plus 10. So answer will be 74. So please go through it. Please go through it and just check whether it is correct or not. I will again explain you the method. 42 cube. 42 cube. So firstly, what we have to write? A cube, a square b, ab square, b cube. So a is 4, b is 2. So 4 into 4 square 2 cube. Do that calculation. 4 cube is 64. There will be 16, 16. Then for the middle two numbers, multiply both the number 3. So 3 and 3. So 16 3s are 48, 32 3s are 96. So 8 as it is. No carry. So 48. So 8 we will write. 4 will be carry. 96 plus 4 will be 100. So 0 will be there. 10 will be carry. So 64 plus 10. So you will get it as 74. So this way we have to try for the cube of a number, 2-digit number. Okay, just take one more example and then we will stop with our session. So any number you want, you can take it. Problem will be there. So yes, anything. So 56 cube. Procedure will be again AB cube. So A will be 5 and B will be 6. Again, what we required here, A cube, A square B, AB square, B cube. Start with A cube, reduce the degree of A and start with 1 and increase the degree of B. That's what we have to do is. Then A cube, A is 5, so 5 cube, 5 square into 6, 5 into 6 square and 6 cube. So 5 cube is 5 into 5, 25, 25 5s are 125. We need this much calculation. Then 5 square 25 into 6. 25 into 6, so it will be 150. Then 5 into 6 square. Now it is not necessary that you have to do 36 into, so you can do 6 into 6. Now it is easy. 5 into 6 will be 30, 30 into 6 will be 180. So that way you can do it, whatever way you feel it easy. This is also not need to do like this. 5 into 6 will be 30, 30 into 5, 150. So this way, make the calculation easy. No need to do 36 into 5 because that you have to do the calculation part. But this you can do orally. 5 into 6 will be 30, 3 into 6 will be 18. We know that. So it is 180. Now 6 into 6 cube. What is 6 cube? 6 into 6, 36 into 6. It is 216. Or you can just do it by just 36 into 6. You can do it. So we will give. Now again, I will explain you the method. 56 cube we want to do. So we have started with A as 5, B as 6. And though the formula is this, in the first step, I have told you that we will just write down the term A cube, A square B, AB square, B cube. So A is 5, so 5 cube. This is 5 square into B. So 5 into 5 into B will be 6. Then A into B square. So 5 into 6 square. And then 6 cube. Do the calculation. 5 cube will be 125. 5 into 6. So 6 into 5 will be 30 into 5 will be 150. Then 6 into 5 will be 30 into 6 will be 180 and 6 cube will be 216. Now, what is the step that we have not done? Multiply the middle one by 3. Don't forget this step. And then it will be 450. This will be 540. And this will be 216. And this will be 125. Now just try to write down the number. So here we will write down only 6 as the number, 21 will be the carry. 540 plus 21. So it will be 561. So 1 we have to write, 56 will be the carry. 450 plus 56 you will get 506. So 6 you will write, again 50 will be the carry and answer will be 175616. Please try to do this problem. Check it. So once you have the practice now, no need to write down these steps directly. You can do these steps. But for that, you need a practice. Okay. So I think this is enough for the today's session. Now, on coming Saturday, I'm taking the webinar on only multiplication part. I'm taking the multiplication part. So those who are interested can enroll for that. Then I'm taking the classes for engineering also for UPSC exam and for all competitive exams. The quant part I'm taking mainly for CAT and GRE sessions. So
Yes. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes. Am I audible?
yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this
Thank you. Thank you
fantastic
so
session
much,
on
sir.
Vedic mathematics. So we'll take some question answer session.
Yeah.
We'll have some questions from the participants.
Yes.
So my first question for you: uh, how can we practice Vedic maths, and how many levels does Vedic maths have?
See, these labels and all that, they are the just what you can say, they are the professional words. This is the huge ocean. So endless you can learn there. You can once you know the methods, once you learn the method easily, you can develop your own methods. So no end for such levels. I can say that. But mainly
Okay.
we can for each topic, if you consider mostly that the topics are required for the quantitative exams and all that. So in all, there are 12 such topics.
Okay. The next question is that how useful is Vedic mathematics for the preparation of GATE and aptitude tests? It is from the student side actually.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, the purpose of taking this webinar is only main purpose. Main purpose is it is very useful for that aptitude exams only, because their calculator is not at all allowed. So for that, mainly depending on what the syllabus they have for the entrance, we can have the different techniques. Like what you just now I have told you, square of a number we required frequently there, that we can do. Multiplication of a two number, then some divisibility rules are there that we required more frequently, or division we required more frequently, or you can say that the modulo n, that part is there in number theory. Actually, using that technique also, there are the problem that if this number is divisible by 5, what will be the unit place in the remainder, or whether it is divisible by 3 or 5. So such type of all problems can be easily solved using the divisibility techniques. And yes, I am taking sessions on these topics. But it is not possible to cover all the topics in a single lecture. So for every topic, I will either arrange a session of 2 or 3 lectures.
Okay, ma'am. Um, uh, then next question is that what is the difference between Vedic maths and arithmetics?
Oh, see, Vedic math, again, I'm telling the same thing. We will not use the word Vedic mathematics because many have the controversies. Many have the problem with the name Vedic. I don't know why. Actually, it is comes from Sutra, so we call it as Vedic math. Arithmetic will be one branch of it. Anka Ganit, it is one of the branch of it. But Vedic math includes geometry also, it includes trigonometrics also, it includes some rules of statistics also. So everything is there in Vedic mathematics. It covers all the branches of math, not only arithmetic. But yes, for the calculation purpose, mostly the arithmetic part we require. But there is a arithmetic is a small branch of maths. But in Vedic mathematics, all branches are covered.
Okay. One more question is that can we make some games or some funny moments for Vedic maths? This is from the parents' point of view. The question is asked
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
participants.
First of all, actually, whenever I have practiced it for the school students, scholarship part, summer schools we have arranged for the students, school students, and at the end of the session or summer school, we have called the parents, and parents are asking the question to the students, and students are giving the answer. So, parents don't know the answer, and students are writing it on the board easily. So students get it very encouraging part, I think, because my mother or father don't know the answer, but still I can solve the problem. So they can build the confidence in them. So for that, many games are there. cube games are there. Then you can solve some puzzles are also there in Vedic mathematics. But for that, we have to learn different techniques. How to make a square, that the addition of a diagonal, horizontal row in vertical row will be the same. So many such puzzles we can create of our own using maths. And yes, for the
Okay,
students, one question is there that from where we can learn that. Now, for each
yes,
topic,
yes.
for each topic I am separately taking the online course. Yeah, and first course I am starting on this Saturday on basic multiplication and advanced multiplication. So 2 parts of it are there.
Yes. One more question is from mathematics point of view. What is the role of rational in Vedic mathematics? Is there any
Yes, pardon.
correlate? What is the role of rational numbers in Vedic mathematics?
Rational number. But see, mainly in the calculation part, it comes in division. It comes in division part. Whenever we are starting up to multiplication, we never require. Here also, why rational comes into picture because of the multiplication is not there. It's division. Division of two integers will be a rational number. So whenever we have the formula regarding the division or recurrence relation part is there also we require the rational numbers. Only in that category whenever the division comes into picture. Up to multiplication, we required integers only. We don't require the fractions. But for division purpose, then for finding out the recurrencing numbers, irrational numbers, or up to some decimals and all, there the rational number comes into picture.
Okay, ma'am. I think from the participants even, they have given such a nice feedback in the chat box also, and
Thank you.
they are willing to attend such wonderful sessions in future also from our side. We'll be happy.
So for that purpose only, I want to give my number so they can contact me later. So just
yes.
I think otherwise the next generation also will grow with the same fear of mathematics.
Yes.
So
we can share your details on
I will just give
also.
my mobile number. Yeah, you can share the details, but this is my mobile number. So just contact me, and we are starting with the session on coming Saturday only. Please register for it and see, please, these sessions will either of free lecture session or it is a series of sessions depending on what knowledge you require. So for that, what you are giving means which aptitude test you are giving. Please give me the details of that also so that I can suggest you which type of courses you have to do.
Okay, ma'am. And last question is there, which book can we refer for Vedic mathematics?
There are 4 basic books are available. They are in English also, Marathi also, or in other Indian languages also. It is just Vedic mathematics by actually the main book is written by Swami Bharati Tirtha, and its translations in different Indian languages are also available. Totally 4 books are available. You can go to the market anywhere. You can get that books. Vedic mathematics. Okay. I will write down the number.
Yes. Go ahead, ma'am.
I will write down the number again because I think some are saying that the number is not visible. 880-50-10-251.
Yes.
Again, I will thank KJ Education Trust for giving me this nice opportunity.
Yes.
So, yes.
Now
over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this great session. Now I'll try to request Dr. Prajakta
Yeah.
Deshmukh ma'am to give vote of thanks for this session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Over to you, ma'am. Deshmukh ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before moving towards last segment, I request all the participants to fill up the feedback form. E-certificate may receive today or may require some interval. First, I am very much thankful to Anjali Pense ma'am for the way in which she explained this subject very nicely. I express my sincere thanks to all participants for listening this webinar patiently. I also extended our thanks to Dr. Suhas Khoth, Principal, KG College of Engineering and Management Research, and Dr. S.K. Patil, Academic Dean, KG CUMR, for their guidance and support. I'm also thankful to Professor Nagaraju Bogiri for his technical contribution in webinar. Last but not the least, I'm very much thankful to Sandeep Sahane sir, Asha Zadav ma'am, coordinators of the program, and Pooja Borade for their contribution to make this event successful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you all once again. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the organizing committee members, and thank you, everyone.